The Pentagon has stated that the B-1B Lancer, along with around 200 airmen, has been deployed in Naval Support Facility Diego Garcia. This is the first time since 2006 that the Air Force has got the heavy bomber back on the remote island. The B-1B, sometimes referred to as Bones, were sent halfway around the world as part of the Pacific Air Force's PACAF Bomber Task Force BTF mission, which is a larger game plan that calls for unpredictable bomber deployments to keep rivals, especially Russia and China, guessing. Viewers may note that B-1B, along with B-52 Stratofortress and B-2 Spirit, form the dedicated bomber fleet of the U.S. Air Force. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the American B-1B Lancer bomber is being deployed to Diego Garcia. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. Diego Garcia is a massive military outpost in British Indian Ocean territory. While the U.S. Department of Defense has not disclosed the exact number of bombers that have been sent, some reports suggest that at least 3 of these are part of the mission. The deployment comes at a time when we're witnessing increasing American military focus in the Indo-Pacific aimed at restricting Chinese influence in the region. Recently, 150 Chinese jets have entered Taiwan's airspace amid escalating tensions with the island nation. While the good part is China has avoided Taiwanese airspace, no shots have been fired, and there have been no close calls between Chinese and Taiwanese aircraft. The situation remains fluid. Taiwan's defense minister, Chiu Kao-sheng, said earlier that tension across the strait was at its worst in more than 40 years, and that China would be capable of mounting a full-scale invasion by 2025. B-1B is a supersonic, variable sweep wing, heavy bomber used by the United States Air Force. The B-1B is powered by 4 General Electric F101 GE102 afterburning turbofan engines. Each of these can generate 17,390 pound force, 77.4 kilonewtons thrust when operating normally, and 30,780 pound force, or 136.9 kilonewtons, with afterburner. The B-1B is a bomber with the capability to fly at a supersonic speed, topping out at roughly Mach 1.25. It also has stealth features for improved survivability. The design enables B-1B to have an excellent range of 5,900 miles, or 9,400 kilometers, and a service ceiling of 60,000 feet. The engine performance makes B-1B capable of hauling a lot of weapons. B-1B has a massive payload of 125,000 pounds, or 56,700 kilograms internal and external ordnance combined. It has 8 external hardpoints for 50,000 pounds, or 23,000 kilograms of ordnance, and 3 internal bomb bays for 75,000 pounds, or 34,000 kilograms of ordnance. Depending on mission, B-1B can carry a variety of ammunitions, like Mark 84 general-purpose bombs, CBU-87 or 89 or CBU-97 cluster bomb units, and GBU-38 JDAM. In a contested environment, B-1B combat jets will depend on long-range missiles to strike targets without getting inside the rival's engagement envelope. B-1B will deploy AGM-158 JASSM, AGM-158B JASSM-ER, and AGM-158C LRASM. The AGM-158 Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile is a stealthy and highly precise surface-skimming cruise missile with a range of 230 miles or 370 kilometers. It uses an inertial and GPS navigation system. A data link allows the missile to transmit its location and status during flight, allowing improved bomb damage assessment. AGM-158B JASSM-ER is the extended range variant of AGM-158 JASSM. It has a range of 925 plus kilometers or 575 plus miles. AGM-158C is developed as an anti-ship variant and is named LRASM by the U.S. Navy. The missile is subsonic, but since it's LO, low observable, the enemy warships will not see it coming till it's very close. The missile uses an inertial and jam-resistant GPS navigation system for the initial phase of the journey. A two-way data link is present for mid-course guidance, and a radio frequency and infrared sensor is activated in the terminal phase. LRASM also deploys electronic countermeasures (ECCM) to overcome the enemy's countermeasures. The missile can be deployed in swarm mode, which will enable it to saturate enemy defenses. Up to 24 of these missiles can be carried by a single B-1B. Lieutenant Colonel Ross Hobbs, 37th Bomb Squadron Director of Operations, in a statement released by the U.S. DoD regarding this new B-1 deployment to Diego Garcia, said, "Bomber task force missions in support of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command's operational and strategic objectives are extremely valuable to our aircrew because of the multi-country integration opportunities." Hobbs added, "They also give us the opportunity to showcase the unmatched range, speed, and lethality of the B-1. Global B-1 operations not only provide strategic deterrence to our nation's adversaries, but also strong, palpable assurance to our allies." The drums of war are starting to get kind of loud in the Pacific. While B-1B is no longer nuke-capable, the long-range missiles carried by it can threaten Chinese assets, including the People's Liberation Army Navy warships. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.